Smash. Hell Machine, I love you, but today I hate you. I already had a video pre-planned for tomorrow. Well, today, when you guys are watching this. But this map just dropped. This is the Graveyard. Obviously created by Hell Machine, one of our favourite Swedish track creators next to JV, who will actually be helping, I believe, for the next MXGP/Aerial season. So that's really, really cool. Welcome to the Graveyard. This is a complete fantasy track. It's not. He said it's not meant to be ridden in a competitive sense, but more so just for a bit of fun, more just casually. 40 gates, which we all love to see, so could be one of them that makes an appearance in a bunch of public lobbies. If I just set the camera down here, by the way, like this is very sexy for screenshots. I'm hoping I can get a good looking thumbnail out of this. As you can see, is literally built in an abandoned cemetery, which is a very interesting take. I'm not sure we've had any tracks with that sort of theme before. His last track that he released was the Snake Pit, which I really enjoyed the flow of. I always like how he builds his corners. Usually they have about 2 ruts each, literally from here, and usually you can hit every single corner as wide open as you want. So I'm very excited for this. This is bumping the video that I did have planned back a day, because, you know, when for special occasions like this, I feel like you have to. But yeah, let's get into it. We're riding the Factory 450 bike today, which is the Yamaha. Hope you enjoy. For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe. Oh, right, here we go. We're rolling down to the start gate. Are these actual ruts or is this just shaded? No, it's just shading. It's just norms. Okay, I thought there was actual like dug-in ruts there on the on each start gate. Do we rate the drip, by the way? Are we liking the drip? We're rocking the Great Britain skin, even though we're probably not going to qualify for nations at this rate, as evident by yesterday's live stream. We're trying to learn the OEM bikes. That didn't go too well overall, but I really am trying. I'm trying to hop on them every now and then and give them a good go and see what's what. So apparently, this track, besides, it looks like it might have a little bit of a shading issue for me, which I think is more MX bikes related than anything. For some reason that happens to me now and then. The bike will have days where it doesn't load textures in properly, and then others it's absolutely fine. So we'll see about that. Apparently this track has some very big whipper tail, big throw jumps. So we're going to put the factory bike to the test here, because we can get pretty damn saucy on these. I need to try and practice my Oppo game though, because my Oppo game is not very strong at all. I did just want to say, I want to preface this, the Hell Machine has got some pre-shade settings released underneath this post on MX Bike Shop. So if you want it to look exactly as you see in his thumbnails and his pictures, which I think it looks incredible by the way, and you are a reshade user, then by all means feel free to go and download those, and it should kind of enhance the track even more for you. I myself, I don't mess around with reshade and MaxHUD too much anymore just to avoid game crashes. However, there's a very strong likelihood or strong chance that I've edited the colours for this video in the editing process anyway. So what you're seeing might not be exactly what you get colour-wise. However, I do think Hell Machine is very talented in terms of the visuals in this game. His Snake Pit track was very nice on the eyes. I've never seen anybody make the colour grey look so attractive before. And I've just hit 2 triple wins into rhythm sections, but I feel like the margin for error is very small by mistake while looking at the camera. So I feel like that should be a little bit of a talent. I think I need to put that on my CV at some point. But so far, so good. We're literally, I think, half a lap in. And we just float. Please survive. I reckon I survived this. Land sideways. It doesn't matter. It does matter. It doesn't matter. If the word hold on to was in the dictionary, that'd probably be the picture or the video that goes next to it. Please go over that, please. Yes, lovely stuff. So I have just got finished streaming, by the way, and I was streaming on the OEM bikes the whole time, trying to learn those. So give me a lap or two to try and get the factory bike handling under my belt again. It's always quite difficult switching from one to the other. These jumps are ridiculous. They are so big. Holy moly. I'm a little bit scared that I'm going to start doing some double whips by mistake. So I need to scrub this bad boy. I need to... Right, like I said, scrub this bad boy, just get over that, and we need to send this one, because I scrubbed it a little bit too much last time and ended up coming a bit short. So we'll send her for the fans, lovely stuff. And then this one was a little floaty triple into the corner, wasn't it? Yeah, up and over, tap the brake in the air, hug the inside. No. Right, a little bit too much. Did Hell Machine even post any teasers for this track? Because I feel like usually he posts teasers in the MX Bikes media channels, but I don't think I've saw or heard anything about this coming out. I think it was just one of them that just happened out of the blue. So massive W, by the way. I'm never going to turn down or be annoyed by Hell Machine release. Like, I love the tracks so much, and I feel like they're such a big occasion when they do come out that, like I said in the intro, I had a video pre-planned for, like, now, when you're watching this. However, it's been pushed back. Like, it's not important enough to outshine a Hell Machine release. Now, I managed to triple into this section by mistake last time, so let me see if I can just go full quad. Not quite. The berm slightly disappears at the edge there, which, if I had to guess, was intentional, because I'm not sure that's enough of a landing zone to be quadding and still making the corner. So I get that, I understand that. There's a few interesting lines around here. There's definitely multiple line selection in the rhythm sections, whether you go inside or outside. Go up and over that, and got to hit this a little bit faster so I don't case it. Nice. And again, let's try and whip the other way. Oh my god, we're backwards. Please bring it back round. Please, please, please. On the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes. Slowly. Filter to the inside. Nice. I can't remember this. See, this is my Max HUD issue. Is I love not having to worry about the game crashing on me randomly at all in actual races, but it's also very, very difficult to learn brand new tracks. Because usually I'd be able to look at the Max HUD and be like, right, okay, we're... I think Mr. Hell Machine has a bit of a fascination with aliens. There was a bunch of them on his Snake Pit track before as well. I feel like they're little Easter eggs for us at this point that we all get to check out. I love these finish lines that he has, like with the animated flames in them. Very, very cool. This is our big send it jump as well. And I want to send this one to the outside this time. Oh, I've actually jumped to the inside by mistake. Please land it.
I can't stand this.
Right, I want to try and get a flow going. This track deserves a flow. It deserves to be shown off nicely. We jump into these rollers. That actually took that really, really nicely. Let's go outside here. Go to the outside, give ourselves a bit more time. This is a triple. Oh, I forgot it was a triple. I thought we was in the next S-bend that's coming up. It's fine, we got away with it. Definitely think that's quaddable as well. Well, I say definitely. There's a chance that that's quaddable. I don't want to just keep sending things and destroying myself. I want to take my time a little bit. So we'll flow inside here. We'll try outside in the next one. I don't think I've gone around the outside. Here just yet. Miss out that inside hump. Oh, turn to the left. Up and over a little step up here. That's quite a very steep landing, but it's like it pops you up high enough that the landing is no issue at all. Right, just hug the inside. Just going to go double this time. We're going to check up, double to the inside again. Hug this rut. Lovely, stuck in there nicely. Tabletop out of it's quite small, so you don't really get much of a benefit from going around the outside. There. I'm going to step up and over this bad boy. Get on the power. Throw a fatty. I want to check up a little bit this time so I don't land halfway down the hill like last time. So we'll check up. Very gentle. On the inside rut, which is fine because this is a small one, which will jump to the inside. Lovely. And then I've cased this jump the last 2 laps as well. Let's try and send it a bit further. Nice. See, the difference how a track feels when you actually learn the lines and can send them. It's my first time not casing that, although I did overjump it a little bit there. Can we backflip for the fans? Go, we'll pull back on it. We'll do our full Travis Pastrana. We've gone too far. We didn't mean to double backflip. And my bloody headset's coming off now. So I'm not sure if it was by chance or... Well, actually, where am I going this? The day before yesterday's video, so the last video that was posted on this channel, done really, really well. And I'm not sure if that was the video topic or the fact that I had my face cam on throughout the entirety of it. However, it got the most views in 24 hours than my videos have in a very, very long time. But not only that, the average view duration was about 7.5 minutes, which is way up compared to normal. And I think a lot of other YouTubers in this space can agree that that's quite high in terms of the average view duration in general across these videos. So I'm not sure if that's because of this beautiful face that you see right here, or if it was just by chance. I have no idea, but I'm going to see if I can do this for the next few videos and see if it kind of correlates as a whole overall, because if everybody enjoys this, then by all means I have no issue doing it. It's quite nice being able to express some of my feelings when I crash to the camera as well, even though a lot of time it just ends up with me crashing and that happening. But I feel like that's better than just sitting here like pissing and whining and raging all the time. It adds a little bit of a comedic value to it. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll carry it on for a while. One thing this does open the door to, though, is different types of content. Even things like take a shot every time you crash, like do a push-up every time you crash, pull-ups every time you crash, just things of that nature. Could be quite fun to implement different things. Even stream-wise, it could be interesting. And one thing that I think will be a lot better when it comes to streams is we could stream other games, like horror games now. I've got the ability to turn like lights on and off the whole time. We could also do it for horror games, turn the lights off for horror games and you can see me. And the 24-hour streams that we do as well, rather than just hearing the pain in my voice now, people are actually going to be able to see the pain that I'm in from making me play MX Bikes for that long. So I'm actually quite happy that I've finally done it. As I said in the last video, it's something, well, second to last video, sorry. It was very nerve-wracking thing for me, but the response to it's been really well received, so I do want to say thank you for that. Everyone's been very, very nice. Of course, there's one or two comments, but you're always going to get that. You know, it's the internet. It's not a perfect world. I know what I was signing up for, and at the end of the day, everyone's been quite nice. As if my ego didn't need stroking anymore. The amount of people saying, like, damn that jawline, or damn what a handsome chap, just, you know, in the least homo way possible.
You man do it first, I'll do it.
Even though, boys, I'll take it, you know, for the boys, anything for the boys. But thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. It definitely makes doing things like this a lot easier. It's a little bit of a pain in the bum, though, if this does become, like, the permanent thing, because I think it said in the last live stream that I'd done, I used to be able to just roll out of bed with messy hair, just chuck on some underwear and start recording and playing bikes, whereas now I actually have to, at least in the very least, wash my hair, you know, and put on some nice, like, clean clothes to look somewhat presentable. Unfortunately, right now, the shirt that I'm wearing, it's literally, like, 2 sizes too small for me. This is a shirt from many years ago when I wasn't quite as fluffy around the edges as I am now. However, it's literally, like, the only clean t-shirt that I've got at this moment in time. I definitely need to sort some washing out, or some laundry out, sorry, as you folks across the pond would say. But it's fine. You can't tell too much on the camera. The tits aren't poking out too much. It's not the end of the world. Let's not talk about me too much. Let's talk about this track, because like I said, it was very unexpected. I didn't know that it was going to release, and I love Helmachine and his tracks to the point where I'm more than happy pushing back any other content I may have had planned to cover these. So the track is $2 on the shop, and I always think Helmachine's work is worth it. I don't know if he's working on multiple projects at once, but I feel like it's been quite a quick turnaround from the Snake Pit video that I've done. I definitely think it's only been about, I want to say about a month, something along those lines, pretty close to that. So if he started this one from scratch once the Snake Pit finished, then to do this in the space of a month I think is really, really cool and very impressive. But I know once you get to that kind of level and caliber of track creating, I think your like processes and how you go about things is a lot better anyway, like a lot more efficient. So that's not to take away from him, because I know the same amount of effort goes into it, but you're just better at what you do, so you're able to turn around quicks even quicker. Quicks even quicker, quicks even quicker, quicks even quicker. Tracks even quicker. And if you was unaware, it has been announced in the I guess the EICMA / Aerial Discord combined. I think they have all the NA and EU races in there now. The Stone Rider, JV and Helmachine all combined are going to be working on next year's tracks, which for me is very, very exciting, because I think 2 years ago Stone Rider done a really, really good job at recreating the outdoors tracks. This year, was it this year? Yeah, this year in MXGP, JV done an outstanding job at making them tracks. And for anybody that wasn't aware, the final round of the series, which was at Turkey, Helmachine helped for. He stepped in being helped when JV was, I don't know what the reason was, whether he was busy and real life just got in the way, but yeah, Helmachine stepped up and really delivered. And I don't know how much of a hand he had in the terrain side of things, but I really didn't notice much of a difference between JV's work and Helmachine's work. Them both being from Sweden, they're both on like the same caliber of track design and visuals, and they're just a very good tag team overall. So I think we are very, very privileged to be in a position where we have those three combined working on the tracks for us. So although there was a little bit of like grey areas and a lot of complaining from yours truly as well about the aerial tracks that we had last year, I couldn't be more confident now in the tracks that we're going to get in 2024. It's very, very exciting stuff. What I am scared about is setting my expectations too high and then maybe 1 or 2 rounds not being as enjoyable as I'd like. So, for example, in my opinion, and I'm hoping this doesn't upset Mr. JV, I think I like probably 99.999% of JV's creations and how they ride and how they look. One of the tracks in the GPs that I didn't like was the GP of Germany at Teuschenthal, or Tuschental. I never know which one is the correct pronunciation.
Teutschental.
I'm not sure if that's track layout or how it was built as a whole, but for whatever reason, I just didn't vibe with it very well. I wasn't riding very good. I kept crashing a lot, so maybe it's mostly on me. I mean, everyone rides the same track, you know, we're all on the same kind of playing field, and yeah, I just didn't vibe with that one. So I'm hoping that I don't set expectations too high. I feel like it's always good to set the barrier low and then avoid disappointment. That's kind of the way I go about things in life, you know. If you don't have any goals, then you can't not meet them. You know, that's the best way of going. I think this is it's quite a unique track, I'd say. Definitely a different type of vibe than others that we're seeing, being set in an abandoned cemetery. I don't think we've had that kind of vibe at all. However, it's in perfect time for Halloween, so whether that was intentional or not, no clue, but it's kind of cool. Fits in with the theme overall. Speaking of which, are you guys big Halloween fans? I know that a lot of the type of women that I'm into are big Halloween fans, because, you know, we like the coloured hair kind of women around these parts. But I've never been the biggest Halloween person. It's just not something that my family have ever celebrated too much. I think it's definitely more of a US thing that's then been brought over to the UK. I think more from the marketing side of you, where companies can make money off of it. But for me, like I've never been trick-or-treating once in my entire life. Every year when I was younger, when it came Halloween time, we'd just go out for like a family meal. Just go out to eat, and that way we didn't have to deal with people like knocking on the door all the time and giving sweets/candy out to people. So yeah, it's not something that I've ever really been into, and I don't know how I feel about going around knocking on strangers' doors. It just feels weird to me as a bit of a recluse that barely leaves the house anyway. But I think it's a lot bigger in the US than it is in the UK. So I suppose my question is, do you have any like weird family Halloween traditions, or do you just kind of normal? Do you stay at home? Do you go out and go to parties? Do you do anything weird for Halloween? Let me know down below. I'll be very interested, because I think I'd done a similar thing to this around Christmas time last year to see what your like Christmas family traditions are, and it's so interesting to see how the day is celebrated in different parts of the world, or even in same parts of the world when you're from different families. It's nice seeing everyone's own like family traditions. It can be something as simple as everyone sitting down and watching TV or playing board games with the family. I know at Christmas time my grandparents come round to visit, and we'll usually like bust out like the Wii Sports or whatever it is, just have a laugh together.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
So that's quite nice, getting to spend time with the family in that regards. I really do look forward to it. Summer, probably my favourite time of the year. I am a big Christmas head. Definitely feel like it's taken me a few laps to get the hang of this track, but now I'm there, it's so flowy. It's just so easy and nice. Obviously these bikes make life a lot easier. You know, just you can throw them very, very fat. They feel very light in the air. I just wish that I was better at doing oppos, because I'd love to be able to send massive oppos off of these jumps. Unfortunately, you just have to get standard whips with me, because I'm not the greatest at free riding in general. I mean, I can try one off this, but you see, I can't really get the arse of the bike out to the side like I'd like. And a lot of it's to do with how you take off. A lot of it's to do with like sliding the back end. Just not a technique that I've ever mastered or bothered to put the time into. Someone who used to be pretty filthy at Oppo Whips was Mr. Ty Lin. Obviously he's more of an FPS guy these days. He doesn't do MX bikes or motocross related content anymore, which is a shame. But yeah, he was really good at Oppos back in his time. I think I've done a decent job of previewing this track for you. I really do. I think it looks very, very nice. It gives me, this is either early morning or kind of evening-ish kind of vibes, where the sun's either just coming up or just going down. Like long shadows. You see, it's like a little bit, almost like a yellowy kind of lighting. It's like that golden hour kind of time, and it's very, very pretty. I do like it. The texturing on the ground's really nice too. He always does a really good job at that, and this track is no different at all. It's nice getting a little bit of uniqueness with the whole abandoned cemetery kind of vibe. So really cool stuff all around, and a very pleasant surprise. One of the guys hopped into my live stream earlier and was like, "Oh, by the way, Hell Machine's just dropped a new track." So I was like, "Right, okay, that's my plan sorted. Once the stream's all done, I'm going to hop on and record a little bit of that." So thank you very much for the very easy to make content, Hell Machine. I appreciate it. But let me know next time, you pain in the bum. Very, very. How dare you release a track without telling me? How dare you? Well, I think that might do it for me for this video, as I accidentally almost quad got on land backflip. For the boys, he's put a barrier there. Very smart man. Not smart for my failed attempts at freestyle, but very smart for a racing sense and having people not jump off the track and KO others. I like it. That'll do it for me. Really W track as always. I feel like there's only so much you can do on these tracks these days in terms of praise, because they always just tend to deliver time and time again. So there's only so many ways that you can say something is amazing, but just another really good job well done. And I'm so excited for next year's tracks now that he's involved as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. As always, if you could drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, I'd really appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to, and bit of product placement. There you go. That'll do it for me. Goodbye.